Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay. Just when you thought, just when you thought that Marilyn Manson had peace, I'm telling you, just when you thought, he doesn't. He doesn't. This is beyond comprehension. It really is. It really is. And in California, of course, it's California. Of course, the long arm of Evan Rachel Wood. Oh man, this woman, her tentacles is everywhere. Now, before I get started, I have been following the case of Marilyn Manson for about 2 years. Because when I first heard about it, I'm like, he's guilty. He did it. He did it. He did it. Until I scratched the surface. No, before Marilyn Manson was Johnny Depp. I'm like, I followed Johnny Depp. I mean, loved his career. I said, oh, he did that. He did that. Scratched the surface. No, he was innocent. He was innocent. Then Marilyn Manson came out. I'm like, I think maybe he did it. I mean, this woman, why would she lie? She hangs out with Amber Heard. Why wouldn't she lie? Right? Why wouldn't she? Man. Well, I followed those two cases and gained a following, right? I'm still building, right? But I was heavily invested in Marilyn Manson because I thought what was done to him was horrendous. What Johnny went through, what Johnny Depp went through was horrible. Horrible. But what Marilyn Manson went through was 20 times worse. He was almost unalived by P. Diddy back in the 80s. I mean, not 80s, but the early 2000s, like 2005. You can't make this stuff up. This guy has been a target, right? His ex, Evan Rachel Wood, she went to the California State Assembly to go after him. All because for one reason. He didn't marry her. He didn't marry her. Why why would you marry somebody like that? I mean, she's not stable up here. Okay, that's one thing. He loved her anyway. He loved her anyway, even oh, I don't know how far that was. Okay. Oh my goodness. I just noticed my microphone was off. I gotta be careful with it. Okay, let me go back a little bit. I don't know how far I went. But he he loved Evan Rachel Wood, even though that she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, even though she did horrible things, even though she left him, married another guy, and came back with a baby. I mean, she left him for another woman and came back. I mean, he put up with hell, right? He just said, okay, I can't do this anymore, Evan. Evan, I can't do this anymore. This is too much. I am one person. And no matter how much leadway I give you, no matter how much I love you, it's never enough. You are an abyss. You can drop a boulder and it will continuously fall. Okay. He married his wife, Lindsay. He couldn't take her level of bullcrap. Couldn't. Now, let's get to Bournemouth, California. He settled a lawsuit. He tried to sue his ex. He failed. She gets away with red rum. She gets away with unaliving people's uh, reputations. She got away with everything. Now, there's this other woman. Do I have her picture? Okay, no. Hold on, let me find her picture. But okay, let me go ahead and continue talking. Well, he loved her. Okay, no, she I mean what Evan did was she brought the California State Assembly, okay? And they came up with the Phoenix Act. That's exactly what they did. They did, and she had everybody behind her. Not everyone, everyone behind her. She had that, and she got away with a lot. Let me see. Is this it? She got away with a whole lot. Bring her up. I gotta find the other lady. That's Evan Rachel Wood, his ex, right? But now there's this woman. What's her name? She's a council leader, Millie Earl. Millie Earl. She was like, no, I do not want Marilyn Manson anywhere in my city. Nowhere. Nowhere. Where is it at? Huh. This is strange. This is strange. I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. I used it for a thumbnail, but for some reason it's not coming up. This is strange. Okay, well, okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Okay, well, she does that. So Millie, she said, I don't want Marilyn Manson anywhere near my city. This guy is a bad influence. He was sued. And well, not sued, but his ex came out and said all these things. All these women were sued him left and right. It was crazy. Now, this woman, Millie, said he's a bad guy. Listen, in January, California prosecutor ended the grape juice and domestic violence against violence investigation into claims by 4 women. Though his lawyer, Manson, whose legal name is Brian Warner, repeatedly denied the accusations and dismissed them as falsehoods. Okay. However, Bournemouth, Christchurch, and Poole, right? City council leader Millie Earl said the Dorset gig should be scrapped to reinforce the message that violence against women and girls isn't something that's acceptable for our community. She's saying this. She's saying this, even though she knows everything that was said was a lie. Okay. Everything that was said was a lie. She doesn't want this man there. People in her community want Marilyn Manson in Bournemouth, California. They want him there. They want to see him. They want to take their money and spend it, right? No, I don't want him here. She's saying, I don't want him here. He is a bad influence. Now, she never says anything about Evan Rachel Wood. No. She doesn't say anything about the charges that was not charges, but the lawsuits of Esme Bianco. I mean, she had the nerve to say that she was schmex trafficked, H car trafficked, using the oh my goodness, what is it called? The triangle of H car trafficking, Honduras and El Salvador going in to Mexico. And that's the one that she used, right? She used that to say that she got on a plane, he paid for the ticket, she flew over here, and she did the video, they were dating, she went to work, she got a job on oh, what is that? What was that hit show? The Ring, not The Ring. Oh my goodness. It was The Kings and a Dragon and all this other. I can't quite remember the name of it. But she was schmex trafficked and H car trafficked. And Marilyn Manson did it, and he paid her and allowed her to come and go, get on planes, go around the world. But he kidnapped her. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. The delusion and lies are just too much. Okay. Now, the liberal Democrats. Now, I should put this on my other channel so I can really get into it, but I got to keep it more social. So, the liberal Democrats was responding to a resident's request about a Halloween concert about the singer One Assassination Under God tour. Earl said the city council owned the venue, the Bournemouth International Center, which is operated by HB Life, right? She said because the lease arrangement with them, we don't have any input into the decision that are made. The acts that are appearing, although I have actually written to BH Live to express my concerns. Now, she has nothing to do with it. Whomever they choose, they book whomever they want. They get people to pay. The venue gets paid. The artist gets paid. The people are happy, right? That's how it goes, right? She's like, the leader continued, I don't feel Marilyn Manson reflects the values we have for BCMP. And we've been doing a lot of work around things like White Robin accreditation scheme, which helps men and boys change negative damage behaviors. Okay, that's good. I have asked HMB Live to reconsider hosting Marilyn Manson's later this year. The statute of limitation adding we cannot prove charges of sexual assault beyond a reasonable doubt, beyond the reasonable doubt. Now, this is something. 4 women who filed civil lawsuits, not criminal, civil lawsuits, accusing the singer of sexually and physically abusing, including Ashley Morgan Smithline, who later recanted and said, Evan made me do it. She was taking jobs from me. She strong-armed her, right? Who later recanted her claims. That's what the Games of Thrones actress Esme Bianco and Manson's former personal assistant, Ashley Walters, the 4 women chose to remain anonymous, right? In 2021, the actress Evan Rachel Wood accused the singer of abusing her during their 3-year relationship, and she had done all of that within 3 years. Okay, everything what I said that she did all that within 3. You can't, and it's not 3; it was 4. Marilyn Manson went through 4 years of hell with that woman. He knows who the devil is because he was laying next to her. Man, oh my goodness. All right. In 2021, Evan Rachel Wood accused the singer of abusing her during the 3-year relationship. Manson denied the claims. Since the allegations were made, Manson's record label, booking agent, manager have severed ties with him. She just said, "Achoo, achoo," and everything was taken away from him, right? That's all she said, right? Since the allegations were made, Marilyn Manson's record label, booking agent, several ties with him. Obviously, my art and life have long been magnets for controversy, but since recent claims about my horrible, about me are horrible distortions of reality. I'm going to come back to that. Manson wrote on an Instagram post on February 2021. That was 4 years ago. Now, when Evan did this, her documentary, she was so delusional. She thought that she was going to get $1 billion. You're better off joining Akon, saying that you're going to start a city in Africa someplace and get $1 trillion. You're better off getting that than you are to get $1 billion for your boring documentary. And your brother said that you couldn't tell reality from real and not real. You couldn't work your way through it. And I'm not throwing shade. That's what he said. That's his sister. He would know, right? Okay. So it was quite interesting that happened. Now he's still being persecuted for things that he has not done. The fact finders went through the facts and found that Evan was not credible at all. They found that Ashley Morgan was not credible. They found like his personal secretary, a personal assistant, Ashley Walters, was not credible. Esme Bianco was not credible, but she kept on coming back and suing and suing and suing and suing until Marilyn said, "Look, I'm focusing on Evan. Let me give you a little bit of money and go away." Then Esme Bianco, she probably went through the money too quickly. She's like, "Oh, well, Marilyn Manson, he's keeping me from working. I'm trying to get a job as a model with Deftones, I think that's their name, touring in Canada, and I can't go." Ashley Walters tried to get into Canada, and Canada said, "You're a criminal. You got a crime on your record, and we don't want no people like you in the country making life hard for the Canadian citizens." I'm pretty sure that Justin Trudeau put it just like that, with the same amount of stank. Esme Bianco said, "Oh my goodness, Marilyn Manson is keeping me from working. He's keeping me from working. He's keeping me from, I got to sue him again. I have to sue the man again because he's keeping me from working." No, and he did all these things to me. And when he paid her, he said, "Look, I didn't do anything." And she signed off on it. "No, he did nothing to me. And okay, whatever. Okay. I don't like her very much. I don't like women like that. However, Marilyn Manson can't get away from this. It simply doesn't matter. I mean, it's just wild. It's completely wild. And in case this happened a couple of months ago and the BBC reported on it, but you just can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up at all. And that's going on in and he okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is something. There's another. trying to cancel him. In Brighton, a senior MP calls for Marilyn Manson's concert in Brighton to be canceled. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. And this right here is the British politician called for a controversial Marilyn Manson concert to be canceled amid allegations of Schmeck's allegations. But the Schmeck's allegations happened like what, 2 years ago, and everything finalized when he sued Evan. And they're still saying, no, we don't want him here. We don't want him here. But you let P. Diddy there? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, you can't make this stuff up. You don't want Marilyn Manson there, a guy that this woman said that he was vanilla, but you let P. Diddy there? You can't. Again, I need my t-shirt. You can't make this stuff up. Because you truly can't. And they're saying, let me see, where is it? Oh, here's Ashley Smith line. Laura, I got a topic for you. Hold on, I'm live streaming. This is Ashley Walters, because she's saying that, he schmexed her and had her cook Thanksgiving dinner, and he paid her. This is his personal assistant, right? Her. Oh, no, there's more. Let me bring up these ladies. Where is it? I can't find her. Okay, here. This is Ashley Smith line when they were at some Halloween thing, and okay, and she recanted. So she does get grace in my book because she came out with the truth. Where's it at? Where's Esme? Where's that woman? Here she is. Oh, the two of them together. Okay, here. It's coming up. Here you have Ashley Smith line and Walters. I'm sorry, Esme Bianco and Ashley Walters, right? Esme Bianco is the one with the white shirt on, and she's the one that kept on suing until she got enough info, which she was supposed to put. She just kept on suing until she got the right amount of information to be able to sue. And it's not, suing civilly has nothing to do with the preponderance of evidence. It's more likely than not. And when you look at his stage presence, that's who he is on stage, not when he's around everybody else. No. Let me see. What did I want to bring? Doggone it. Where is it at? I can't remember what I was going to bring up. Oh, P. Diddy. You wait. I just want to make sure I get this. I truly do. Okay, this guy right here. It's under here. It's, where's P. Diddy at? Did I go past it? Okay. All right, P. Diddy. They let this guy. This guy. That won't. Hey, I'm live streaming. Okay, wait a minute. They won't let me bring that one up. Okay, let me try another one. Okay, I'm sorry about this. Okay, let's see. This guy. They let this guy in the UK with no problem. They let this guy run wild in California with no problem, doing all kinds of wild stuff, right? But they do it with no problem. But Marilyn Manson just wants a tour, and we want to cancel. And even though he was found innocent, now P. Diddy was sued for $30 million. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Truly, I don't. Right? So here, Manson, whose real name is Brian Warner. Okay. Now the MP Sanaa Berry has expressed concern in an open letter to local city council leaders, arguing the concert goers, the city's well-renowned values of Argus reported. Now, and then they said Manson, 56, was repeatedly denied all the allegations and called them um, preferably false. In January, the California prosecutors said they would not file charges against him after a years long investigation of sexual assault and domestic violence allegations. There was nothing. There was nothing. Nothing at all. If it's anything, he's afraid of Evan Rachel Wood. Okay. Barry, a Green MP and a former leader of the party in England and Wales, highlighted multiple policies she felt the event went against. Okay. You have something against Marilyn Manson, but I don't see you banning Prince Andrew, or Andrew formerly known as Prince Andrew. You're not saying it. You all are doing too much. You go after the people that are not offending, but the ones who are offending, you don't do anything about. I mean, help me make sense, because the sense is not sensing. It isn't. So they're trying to keep the man from making money, right? But it goes on. And I blame you, Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew, you dirtbag. But these includes the cities of which the states, there is no place in our city for fear of crimes, violence, and abuse, since she said the concert's age restriction would allow children as young as 14 attend. You still haven't looked at the royal family yet. But many survivors of Brighton and Hove and organizations supporting them will have serious concerns about this booking and its wider impact on other people visiting the city center. Local residents and the wider community, Barry wrote in a letter to the city council leader, Bella Sankey, which has co-signed by a host of groups of the University of Sussex Students Union. It gets more ridiculous as it goes, right? More ridiculous. And since she said freedom of expression was an important principle that should be defended. She includes the relationship of artists, but there is an obvious risk to community cohesion, and the council has separate equality obligations to foster good relations between people who share protected characteristics and people who do not share them. Okay, let's make some sense out of this dribble, wibble, blibble, right? She on one hand says there's freedom of expression, right? She says that there is freedom of expression. But then she says, but when it comes to Marilyn Manson, no. She added that the city council has responsibility to take action where there are risks of discrimination, harassment, and victimization. Okay, so then who does that protection, or shall I say the risk of discrimination, harassment, and victimization? Who does that go towards? Is it towards the imaginary people, or does it go towards Marilyn Manson? Does it go, are you elevating the words of the women that were straight lying and they were proven in court to be false? But you're granting them all of those victimization, harassment, and discrimination. You can't make this up. But Barry wrote the level and the nature of the accusations made against Manson were concerning enough, but so too is the message sent by providing a platform for an individual in our city's biggest publicity owned venue. And now this means to survivors. Let me make sure I get this straight. The level and the nature of the accusations. The accusations. The women never filed criminal charges against Marilyn Manson. And when he prevailed in lawsuit, he fought off the lawsuits. The investigation showed nothing. Nothing. They never went to the police when he grape juiced them. Allegedly, because they said, oh, well, he grape juiced me. Where? You were still going back with him. He's so violent. He's so this and he's so that. You never went to the police. He's not P. Diddy. He's not him. This is just beyond comprehension that Marilyn Manson is still being persecuted for something he did not do. Now you have these liberal women, feminists, these damn women. So it goes on. It says in January, U.S. prosecutors says the allegations against Marilyn exceeded the statute of limitation and that they could not prove charges beyond the reasonable doubt. Now, Evan said that this happened to her. This happened to her, right? Now, she was also messing with Mickey Rourke. Now, if anyone who needs to be investigated, it is him. He has proven to beat up his girlfriend, and she left. She never saw him again. And then she got married, went to Oregon, lived in a mountain someplace where it rains every day. She would rather be there than around him. I'm just saying, right? But you take a man. Oh my goodness. But the identity of the women police and the prosecutors spoke with were not revealed. But the Game of Thrones actor Esme Bianco, who sued Manson in a case and has been settled. Okay. Let's be factual because facts do matter. Feelings, no. Facts do. She sued twice. It was kicked out twice. She sued again, and Marilyn just got tired because she would have sued him for the next 30 years. You're going to give me something. Marilyn, I left England. I had a job over there in Asia. I was a model over there, and I came over to do some work because I did some freaky type of modeling that does horror mixed with other stuff because Marilyn Manson is a shock rocker. That's exactly what he is. He takes wild stuff, wild concepts, put it on a stage, and people like it. They pay him to do it, right? She was a model, and he paid her to do that. Now he has to pay her some more because she can't manage to get her job and keep a job and not spend all her money up and blame everybody. Oh, and when she left England, when she was with Marilyn Manson, she was married. She was married. She won't mention her husband's name. Zero. But that means nothing at all. That means zero. Zilch, nada, snitch, snatch, means nothing. But in her lawsuit, Bianca alleged sexual, physical, and emotional abuse. Esme Bianca. Is that what she's talking about? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it, Esme? Esme, is that it? In 2021, Manson's former fiance, Westworld actor Evan Rachel Wood, also named her abuser. Man, you can't even take that seriously. You can't. I mean, once you start going into the lawsuit, and I have it somewhere in my files, when you go into the lawsuit, you would see. Man, it's so. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. This poor guy. Now it says information is supporting for any information and support for anyone affected by a grape juice or sexual assault issues is available for the following. But I'm with that. Okay, I'm with that. I'm not against that. I think men who do that need to be in jail. I think women who do that need to be in jail. Men who lie on situations need to be in jail. Women who lie on situations needs to be in jail. And here, this is okay. This is them. This is the Guardian. Just listen. Just listen. And this is all political. Please keep this in mind. This is political because Evan Rachel Wood, she put that in motion. Now, no matter where Marilyn Manson goes, if there's a feminist 20 blocks or 20 miles, she's going to take a rock and try to get him. Okay. As we witness the erosion of democratic norms and political stability in our country, with heightened violence and division, troops on the streets, attacks on academia and science, and disregard for the rule of law, the role of the press as an engine of scrutiny, truth, and accountability becomes increasingly important. You can't take these people seriously. You can't. Nothing what they say. You can't make this stuff up. You truly can't. But you can't. Let me see. Let me take a look. I put a. All right. Okay, let me close that out. All right. But you can't make this up. You truly can't. You truly, truly can't. But what are your thoughts?